Is it gonna rain or is it not? Kind of wants to, but then it kind of doesn't. Kind of makes me chuckle. I'm reliving my old Air Force flying days where do we go out and fly? Do we do ground school instead? Or in some cases, go bowling. All right, continuing our treasure hunt, but this time we're diving deep into the lower section. They have larger drawers, so diving deep into larger drawers. Here we go. All right, first drawer kind of revealed some interesting treasures. This is a two-part tool, one to test battery acid levels and I guess how cold your antifreeze in an automobile or machine can be. Measures the ratio of water to glycol. Some silicone adhesive sealant might be interesting. Don't know how old it is. Junction box. A clip that, as best I can tell, is Ellingwood Auto Parts in Kansas, kind of central Kansas. And more wire nuts. Off to a good start. Drawer 2, 50-foot measuring tape. I actually do need that. Some rodent poison. Nice pin with a cotter. This tool here, I don't know what it's supposed to do. Doesn't look in good shape. May have to ask around. And I don't know why. He made bells. Not a bad sounding bell. Another little knife. It's in relatively good shape. So yeah, so far so good. All right, we found the hose repair, hose coupling drawer, and a cookie cutter that strangely looks familiar. I'm guessing that he used this as a pattern for those other horse pieces and figurines that we found along the way. Circuit breaker. A Craftsman blade for a planer that I don't have, but brand new. And oh yes, more wire nuts. And something that looks like it's interesting. It's a little old, or part of a punch card. It would be used to program a computer or something like that. Never use them myself. We have evidence that he did some soldering of copper pipes. He certainly didn't help himself any on his labeling techniques. Looks like tile spacers labeled corn. Okay, so looked it up, gabapentin. It is a neurological kind of a painkiller, and this is for dogs. So I think they had a puppy that had some neurological issues based upon what we found in another container earlier. Tire chains. Don't know if I'll ever need them. That's kind of handy, I think. Another interesting tool. Looks like a type of pipe cutter. I have no idea what this is. Maybe I can figure it out, do a internet search. I would call them U-clamps, but exhaust system or exhaust pipe clamps. Certainly better shape than the ones that he kept around. Okay, no idea on this. Came with a wrench that does fit the top. Have no idea. This part here, no clue. Looks like it's part of a kit, missing something. This one's even damaged. A little bit of sanding paper, and yet more staples. All the staples I could ever want in my entire lifetime, times 10. Admittedly, these last few drawers have been a lot of nails and things that are not that exciting, but it did pick up a little bit of the grease. So always good to have grease around on a farm. So that should come in handy should I need it. Here's a neat find. That is a glass insulator wood mounting tip. So I'll put a picture in what that looks like. Tina and I found an old glass insulator in her mom's house that her mom was born in that's not lived in anymore. So that's kind of neat to find something that was part of that insulator. You can see here, previous owner bought a whole mess of them. There was a masking tape price on it, but it had disintegrated. I don't know how much he paid for it, what his plans were with all of this, but I'm intrigued enough to keep them for myself to see if I remember I have them and would I ever have a use for them. Always nice to know that you have explosive gases, or where your explosive gases are located. More motivation for me to keep things organized. Here is 2 boxes of nails unopened. Have no idea how long they've been in here. A brand new 2-inch ball for a hitch. I already have one, but nice to have an extra. Well, we've hit the soldering drawer here, so cream flux, cold weather. Brrr. And some more flux. I don't know exactly how it works, but I think flux kind of helps keep the solder on the pipe. I'd have to look that up. I've never soldered in my life, but now I have some stuff to practice with, don't I? Extra lucky day. More grease for bearings. Yeah, that's definitely not any good anymore. Hard as a rock. Once again, into the mind of the previous owner. Saved old windshield wipers for some unknown reason. This is the 5th time I filled up this trash can, so I'm tired of doing it, so we're going to go to the bigger boy. Don't have too many drawers left. Hopefully I don't fill that one up. All right, some interesting things. Shelf liner, I will be using that. Thin copper wire, that might be worth something. And nap sole guards, where you make that little click click sound like the drill instructors at basic training. So I came across a box. It was all just in one section, but various fittings. It looks like we got some copper, a little bit of galvanized, and even some maybe yellow brass. So some of it I don't recognize, some of it I do. Might come in handy, but I'll label it and at least I know where it is should I need it. Cool welding goggles. Neat. A neat little thing, some sanding cloth whenever you need to do a little bit of hand sanding. Another neat little thing, a plumb bob. That's kind of neat. Never had a chalk line before. I guess it's called a chalker, I don't know. But I've seen some different colors of chalk that can be used to fill these up. All right, an igniter. It doesn't seem to ignite, but it's got some rust on it. I've got a lot of tools that have some rust. I see that you can use vinegar to clean them up. I think I'll throw this in the vinegar bath and let it soak for a day and see if it comes back to life. Certainly set on the oil filter wrenches, even included a couple of my own that I used. Here's an interesting tool, tuning fork. Neat. I know there is uses for them in automotives. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Here's the final tray of odds and ends. I'm just really tired of sorting that I've been doing for about 30-40 minutes. Here's something neat. Didn't find it in the drawers, but found it hanging up on these shelving system. It's a powerful magnet. Oh, trying to get it off. Pretty cool. That could come in handy when you drop something where you can't reach it. It's over. Took me months to go through this, just a little at a time. It feels odd. There were a lot of personal items that the previous owner left here. He had projects and dreams, disappointments, and I've kind of erased a lot of that. Kind of have a bittersweet feeling about this project being done. Makes me wonder, the person who replaces me, what will they think?